Imagine a world where soda isn't the enemy, where it actually helps your gut, gives you energy, and doesn't leave you feeling like garbage afterwards. Sounds like a dream, right? Well, Poppi turned that dream into reality, and in the process, they built a soda empire.
Everybody has been drinking these Poppies.
It is no secret at all that I am obsessed with Poppi.
So I talked about the Poppies yesterday while I was in Walmart.
It's the soda brand that's taken over your Instagram feed, blown up on TikTok, and somehow made apple cider vinegar cool. But here's the million-dollar question. How did this tiny homemade recipe turn into a multi-million-dollar business, stocked in nearly every major retailer? This is the story of how Poppi disrupted the soda industry one can at a time. Like most great businesses, Poppi started with a personal problem. Meet Allison Ellsworth. Back in 2015, she wasn't an entrepreneur, a food scientist, or a beverage mogul. She was just someone struggling with serious health issues.
I worked in oil and gas research. I traveled on the road for almost 7 years. I was living in hotels and I started having some health problems. Nothing major, just my stomach was always hurting.
After trying every diet and doctor-recommended treatment out there, she turned to something unexpected: apple cider vinegar. It's been praised for centuries as a gut health miracle, but there was just one big problem. It tastes disgusting. So instead of chugging it straight, Allison started mixing ACV with sparkling water, fruit juices, and natural sweeteners. The result? A drink that still had all the health benefits, but actually tasted good. At first, it was just a homemade remedy, but when she started sharing it at local farmers markets, something incredible happened. People loved it, and they just weren't sipping samples, they were buying cases. That's when Allison and her husband, Steven, realized this wasn't just a personal health fix, this was a business waiting to happen. At first, they called it Mother, a nod to the living probiotics in apple cider vinegar. But let's be real, Mother didn't exactly scream refreshing soda. So they rebranded to something fun, playful, and way more marketable. And with that, Poppi was born. It was a make or break moment, standing in front of some of the biggest investors in the game. Allison and Steven Ellsworth weren't just pitching a product, they were pitching their dream. And they had just minutes to convince the sharks that their funky apple cider vinegar infused soda wasn't just a niche health drink, but the future of the beverage industry.
Hi sharks, I'm Allison Ellsworth.
And I'm Steven Ellsworth. And together, we're the co-founders of Mother Beverage based in Dallas, Texas.
At this point, they had already proven there was demand. The farmers market sales were exploding. Customers kept coming back for more. But if they wanted to take Poppi nationwide, they needed serious capital and distribution power. And that's where Shark Tank came in. With just a few words, Allison set the stage.
Mother Beverage is an all-natural, sparkling probiotic drink made with organic fruits and herbs, and most importantly, apple cider vinegar.
And immediately the sharks were intrigued. Because, let's be real, when was the last time anyone called soda healthy? Then came the real test, the taste. Because no matter how healthy a drink is, if it doesn't taste good, nobody's buying it. One by one, the sharks took a sip, and the reactions were clear. They were impressed. And that's when things got really interesting. Enter Rohan Oza, the branding mastermind behind Vitamin Water and Bai. If anyone knew how to take a beverage brand from startup to supermarket dominance, it was him. Rohan immediately saw the potential. He wasn't just looking at a drink, he was looking at a category disruptor. A soda that didn't compete with Coke and Pepsi, but one that created an entirely new market. And then the moment they had been waiting for. Rohan made them an offer. $400,000 for 25% of the company. A major investment, but also a major chunk of equity. The pressure was on. For a startup, giving away 25% is a huge decision. But with Rohan on board, they weren't just getting money. They were getting connections, distribution deals, and a roadmap to turn Poppi into a national brand.
We'd love to do business with you.
Make this
That's
big.
awesome. Thank you guys.
Congratulations, guys.
Thank you.
Yes.
Congratulations,
Thank you
you
so
guys.
much.
And, just like that, Poppi had a powerhouse investor, but what happened next, nobody saw coming. After their episode aired, demand for Poppi exploded. They sold over $1 million worth of soda within hours of the show. Their website crashed from the traffic. Retailers started calling. Whole Foods, Target, major grocery chains. Everyone wanted Poppi on their shelves. And then came the real game changer, TikTok. Seemingly overnight, Poppi became the internet's favorite soda. People weren't just drinking it. They were making viral videos, aesthetic fridge restocks, and gut health transformations. And in the age of social media, that kind of organic hype is worth millions. Within months, Poppi wasn't just another Shark Tank success story. It was a full-blown phenomenon. But was this just a trend, or was Poppi here to stay? Coming up next, we'll dive into the brilliant branding strategy that made Poppi stand out, and how they turned their viral moment into long-term success. Soda has been around for over a century, and for decades, it was all about the same old brands. Coca-Cola, Pepsi, Sprite, but in recent years, something's changed. People weren't just looking for something refreshing, they wanted something healthy, and that is where Poppi made its move. Over the last decade, health trends have completely shifted how people think about food and drinks. Keto, paleo, Whole30, these diets made people hyper aware of what they were putting into their bodies. And one of the biggest villains, traditional soda. Loaded with sugar, artificial flavors, and chemicals, soda was quickly falling out of favor. Sales of traditional soft drinks were declining, and at the same time, functional beverages, drinks with added health benefits, were on the rise. And Poppi nailed this shift perfectly. By marketing itself as a prebiotic soda with gut health benefits, it tapped into exactly what modern consumers wanted. A drink that tastes good, but also makes you feel good. But let's be real, health alone doesn't make a brand take off. What really made Poppi stand out was the branding. From day one, Poppi did not look like a health drink. No bland, earthy labels, no medical-looking ingredient lists. Instead, it looked fun. The bright, bubbly colors, the simple, clean design. It wasn't just another wellness product. It was a lifestyle. And in the sea of dull, overdone branding, Poppi stood out instantly. It looked modern. It looked premium. And most importantly, it looked shareable. But branding alone isn't enough. You need people talking about your product. And that's where Poppi absolutely crushed it, by dominating TikTok. Unlike old school beverage brands that relied on commercials and celebrity endorsements, Poppi went straight to where Gen Z and millennials were spending their time, social media. Instead of pushing ads, they let real people do the marketing for them. Customers started posting their fridge restocks, their daily Poppi habits, their gut health transformations, and soon, the brand wasn't just a drink. It was a trend. Poppi leaned heavily into this momentum, actively engaging with creators, resharing viral videos, and turning every customers into brand ambassadors. And it worked. Then came the big name endorsements. As Poppi's popularity grew, it started catching the attention of celebrities and influencers. And in today's market, nothing drives hype faster than an A-lister casually drinking your product on Instagram. This wasn't just a drink anymore. It was a status symbol. If you cared about health, wellness, or just had good taste, you had a Poppi in your fridge. And before long, Poppi wasn't just an online trend. It was everywhere. Whole Foods, Target, Walmart, Amazon. Poppi wasn't just competing in the soda aisle, it was owning it. And the results speak for themselves. Poppi has quickly become one of the fastest growing beverage brands in the world. With hundreds of millions in sales and loyal, obsessed fan base, this isn't just another health drink trend. This is the future of soda. But with every success story comes competition. So the big question is, can Poppi stay on top? And more importantly, will the soda giants fight back? Next up, we'll dive into the business strategy that turned Poppi into an empire, and the challenges they'll have to face to stay there. Poppi didn't just create a new soda, it created a new category of soda. And in the world of business, that's the difference between being a passing trend and building a billion-dollar empire. Let's get one thing straight. Poppi was never meant to compete with Coke or Pepsi. Those brands sell billions of cans a year. Instead, Poppi positioned itself as something entirely new, a functional soda that actually benefits your health. By calling itself a prebiotic soda, Poppi instantly stood out. It wasn't fighting for spots next to Coke. It was fighting for a spot in the wellness aisle next to kombucha, vitamin drinks, and organic snacks. And that was brilliant. Now let's talk about money. Poppi isn't cheap. At $2.50 to $3 per can, it's more than double the price of a traditional soda. But here's the thing. Poppi never tried to be the cheap option. Instead, they leaned into their premium image. When people buy Poppi, they're not just buying a soda, they're buying into a lifestyle. They're paying for the gut health benefits, the clean ingredients, and let's be honest, the aesthetics. And in today's market, image matters. Poppi became the drink of choice for wellness influencers, health-conscious shoppers, and anyone who wanted to look like they cared about what they put in their body. But looking good isn't enough. To become a real business powerhouse, Poppi needed distribution. And thanks to smart partnerships and aggressive retail expansion, it went from a small farmer's market brand to being stocked in every major grocery chain in America. Whole Foods was an early believer, but soon everyone wanted in. Target, Walmart, Kroger, Sprouts, even Costco started carrying Poppi in bulk. And in the age of online shopping, Poppi made sure it was everywhere, including Amazon, where it quickly became one of the best-selling health drinks. And in a move that's shaking up the beverage industry, PepsiCo has officially acquired Poppi, the prebiotic soda sensation, for a staggering $1.95 billion. Let's dive into what this means for the brand and the future of functional beverages. Pepsi's acquisition of Poppi isn't just about adding another soda to their lineup. It's a calculated entry into the booming functional beverage market. With health-conscious consumers driving demand, Pepsi aims to diversify its portfolio and stay ahead of the curve. Poppi's meteoric rise from a small startup to a leader in the prebiotic soda space is nothing short of remarkable. Their innovative approach and strong brand identity caught the attention of industry giants, culminating in this landmark deal. With Pepsi's resources, Poppi is poised for even greater expansion. But fans are wondering, will the brand's core values and product's integrity remain intact under new ownership? Only time will tell. As Poppi embarks on this new chapter with Pepsi, the beverage industry watches closely. Will this partnership set a new standard for health-focused sodas, or will it dilute the essence of what made Poppi special? Of course, Poppi isn't the only brand in the game. Enter Olipop, another prebiotic soda brand that launched around the same time. And while both brands target the same health-conscious audience, their strategies are very different. Olipop took a nostalgic approach, mimicking classic soda flavors like root beer and vintage cola. Poppi, on the other hand, went full Gen Z, bright colors, sleek branding, and a heavy social media push. Both brands are doing insanely well, but Poppi has one key advantage: viral marketing. While Olipop leans on traditional retail and celebrity endorsements, Poppi dominates TikTok, making it the brand with more cultural momentum. Poppi is winning right now, but the beverage industry is ruthless, and if history tells us anything, it's the giant Coca-Colas and Pepsis that don't like competition. We've seen this before. When small brands start stealing market shares, the big players either buy them out or crush them with competition. One thing is for sure: Poppi has already changed the game, and whether you love it or hate it, this little prebiotic soda is proving that the future of soda might just be healthy. Alright, and now I want to hear from you. Have you tried Poppi? Do you think it's worth the hype, or is it just another overpriced health trend? Drop a comment below and let's talk. And if you like this breakdown, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit the bell, because we've got plenty more deep dives into the biggest brands shaking up the world today. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one.